Hi everyone, and today we'll be talking about some independent companies that I find really interesting. Not just that, but I'll be talking to you about and unboxing. I'll be unboxing some films that I also got as well. But the independent companies that I will be talking about is linked to the films that I picked up on the channel. So I hope you enjoy this little review, or not a review, but talking about some independent films and talking to you what I picked up, these horror films. So I hope you enjoy the video, and well, let's get started. Okay everyone, so this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 titles that I've got in my hand. So we'll be talking about them, what I've got. I'll put these there on the front. So, okay, it's all here. I'm not going to show you all of them, but there are 18 DVDs that I've picked up. And you know what? How did I pick these up? Well, it was a good bargain actually, 50p each, so what can go wrong? I thought I'd pick these independent movies up to show you. Thing is with me, I love independent movies, I love independent horror movies as well, because I find they're very silly, stupid, I know this, but they have just an interesting vibe to them. I do like them. These movies, from independent movies, the films that I'll be showing you now are from 101 Films, probably some independent companies like, I'm just going to name them off the top of my head, Into Film, which is a very good one. Pave, I'll put logos on there so you can see what they are, and, some films from Signature, I think, or Metrodome. Yeah, Metrodome and Signature, I think, Entertainment. Got all these independent companies basically, so I'll be showing you some of them. And C2 is one that I forgot to mention there. We also have so many, there's just so many out there, and that is very interesting. And what they release is just, you never know what you come across with them. And this is what I find really interesting with, these kind of things, is that some of these movies, these unknown, independent, low-budget horror films, you probably can't get them on streaming services. And if you do, well, it's not like picking it up, is it, on DVD? You get special features on there. You get, like, some of them don't hardly have special features, but it's just good to have the artwork. And, some of them do, like... Okay, right. So, here is the titles that I've got. So, what I'll do, I'll show them. And yeah, let's get with the DVDs that I got here. So like I said earlier, independent movies are very interesting. You never know where you come across with them. And I thought I'd pick these up. These is 18 titles up here. So let's get to it. Okay, so if you didn't know this, by the way, before we get into the DVDs, I will be doing them. I will be showing them. But right now, I will talk about my videos in general on my YouTube channel. So, as you all know on my YouTube channel, that all of my videos are not it is improvised. Just woke up this morning, I don't know what I'm going to say. I always do this every time I make a video. I don't know what I say, but I say what comes out of my head. Anyway, so, yeah, all of my videos are improvised. So if I don't show much information, it's because it's improvised. I show my stuff and that's it. But in this video, it's going to be totally different. What I'm going to try and show the DVDs off and talk about more independent companies and why I like them. So that will be first thing I will do after showing you all my 18 titles. So let's get into it. So the first one that I got, and this comes with a really nice slip. You know what, to make it more interesting, I'm going to put my DVDs in a way that you can see them as I'm picking them up. So, I don't know how I'm going to do this. But, okay, I don't know if that's more satisfying or just leaving them there. But there we go, I'll just hand them out and show them to you. So, the first one I picked up is a movie called, this film's called The Sleeper. Now this is a Safe Cracker Pictures title. Now this title looked interesting. The reason why is because look at the front cover. Just look at it. I mean, looks freaky. So yeah, thought I'd pick it up. And it comes with a nice slip. And I searched all these movies up. They don't have a Blu-ray release at all. I do believe so there. So that is a Safe Punk or Dunk thing. Safe Cracker Pictures title there. And by the way, this is region free. These DVDs are region free, so region 0, so you can play anywhere. So we'll leave that there. We'll leave the slip there, and here is the DVD. I'm showing them off like these are like, but the reason why I do this is because I find these movies interesting, and I think this, believe, came out in like 2012 or 10. This horror film, so yeah, probably these titles we're about to see came out from 2002 or 5 to 2010, because this is when they were starting to make independent horror movies, and they were good independent horror movies. Some of them were, and these titles, you know, you get a lot of vibe to them, you know, in general. So there's the Sleeper DVD, and like I said before, as film collectors, I do think that it's very interesting to everyone, to their film collector, to, you know, it's not normal to collect these stuff. It really, it's normal. It's absolutely normal to collect these kind of things, because that's what keeps the interesting of the the collectors going, I guess. You know, keeping the collectors intrigued, what you'll find, you know, and stuff like that. Anyway, so this is a other movie that I found. Now this is, believe it or not, this is a movie, because I knew this back in the day, but back in the day in 2011 or something like that, the Warner Brothers, WWE, the wrestling, you know, channel, they used to produce movies a few times actually, and some of them were horror films. Yeah, I know, believe it or not, they actually did WWE distributed films and released films, and they called it WWE Studios. And this was one of them. Now, this is not my first. I did have another movie that's by WWE, but I can't think what the movie was. Anyway, this is one of them. This is a movie called Barricade. It looks very... wow. What's your thoughts? It looks kind of interesting. Now, I didn't pick these up for no reason. I like them. They look really interesting. That's why I picked them up, because I like collecting these movies. You know, Barricade. So that's the side there. And this is distributed by AFC-Another Film Distribution. Distribution? Yeah. But there is the back there. And yes, this does come with a nice slip as well. You know, if you're completist, you can't beat the slips. Right, this stars on the top there, Eric McCormack. Now, if anyone knows a WWE, because some WWE Studios films features, you know, boxing, how do you explain it? You know, boxers, you know, in their films, and obviously the main actor is obviously a boxer, because that's what you're going to get with WWE movies. Some of their films features their boxer people in the movies. Anyway, this is one of them. Eric McCormack's Barricade. Barbecue. What the hell am I on about? So here is the DVD, and the DVD looks like that. And again, what you notice, and I'm noting this obviously all the time, but artwork. You see how detailed they give you? They give you different artwork with these things as well, which I find is very nice as well. So that's that. Really awesome. Really like that. I think it's really cool. So that's that. So those are two movies that comes with slips. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to move it that way, because I don't want the things put. Okay, right. So that's those there. Those two with slips. Now this one doesn't come with a slip, but I'll show you it anyway, because why not? There we go. I'm not going to show you the DVDs because it's showing you the artwork, so you might know what the DVDs are. Right, okay, so this one is a movie that looks very interesting. This movie stars Ernie Hudson and Doug Bradley. Obviously, famous for his role in Hellraiser. That's right, Doug Bradley. So this is really cool. It looks really interesting, and why not pick it up? And yes, I did. And the movie that I'm talking about is a movie distributed by 101 Films. Is Wasteland. That's right. There's a movie called Wasteland. Never heard of it before. Sorry about the damn glare, but there we go. I can't. But that's that there. So that's Wasteland on DVD as the front, and here is the back. And obviously, if you can see that on the top there is Doug Bradley. And that's right. It's just really cool, really interesting. So that's the main reason why I picked this title up, because of that reason, because of the two actors. And this movie looks intriguing, so why not pick it up? Again, if you're a film collector, always pick up unique, unusual titles, because, you know, these titles probably not on streaming services, which I will get to that later on my next chapter, which I'll be reviewing and talking about. So there we go. That's that, Wasteland. 3 titles. The next one, now this one, and actually 2 of these are wrapped and sealed. So that's really cool. Okay, anyway, this one is a horror movie, an independent horror movie, which the reason why I picked it up is because of the name, and also, again, it looks interesting. I don't know any of the cast members in this, but this is another one of a 101 title. This movie is called Sinister House. That's right, Sinister House, 101 title. Now, I love 101 films. I do like their titles. I do like what they bring out. I've watched a few of their films. They're very interesting. One of them I find really annoying, and this is definitely a 101 film, which I will talk about when I do a review of these specific sequels and films, is not Jaws 3, Jeepers Creepers 3. And that was a 101 title when it came out on DVD and Blu-ray. I find that it's the most decent newest Jeepers Creepers film. It's not the best. It's not the best at all, but it's decent because they do mention things from the previous films, like the actors from the first film appear in it. Only the last few minutes in the movie, and that's that. So yeah, interesting. So there's the slip cover for Sinister House, and as you can see, you got a really nice glossiness to it when you see the thing there. But yeah, I can't really show you it. You just can't move it. But you get what I'm saying. It looks really cool. Like, I like this slip. I mean, 101 Films distribute really good slips. You know, if I'm going into too much detail, but that's all I can say there. But Sinister House. Never heard of this film before. You know, why not pick it up? And I have no idea what cast, some random, I don't know. Don't know, but it really looks interesting. I thought I'd pick that one up. So there we go. It was really cool. So, Sinister House. Tell me in the comments down below if you've seen any of these films, by the way. Love to know about that. But yeah, I love the artwork's interesting on there. It's definitely giving me vibes of horror already. Right, okay, so, right, what's the next one? What have we got here? Right, okay, we've got this one here. And weirdly enough, this film has the 18 rated logo in the middle, instead of having them on the side like that. The movie that I'm talking about looks really interesting. I thought it looked interesting, that's why I picked it up. Is a movie called The Helpers. That's why I've not seen this one before. And look, it's got an 18 rated logo in the middle. That is really unique and different. I haven't seen that before. But there's that. So that's really interesting. The Helpers. There is the spine there. And this was distributed by Coach Media. Okay, Coach Media. So that's a new logo I haven't heard of before. And if I see more of those, I'll pick them up. Because, again, unique titles. You never know what they'll release, and this is one of them, obviously. This is a film that came out in 2012, so kind of a, yeah, latest one, I think. 2012, so not latest, but you know what I mean. It's a film that just didn't come out in 2007. That's what I'm trying to say, basically, because that's before 2012 and so on. So, The Helpers, and there is the back, which is giving me a vibe of you know. Oh no, it's not. It's a dinner. It's a dinner logo. So it's not a hotel film. So, and this film's based on true events, as you can see on the front there. Interesting. So I will wipe this off because it doesn't need just needs to. Cool. This is very easy to open. This is very easy to open. This is. Interesting. Opens up like that. Weirdly enough. That's very easy. So it opens. Wow, that was very easy to open. Okay. So there is that, and as you can see, you get more detail of the, films here. Really sorry about the glare. I don't know if there's any difference between using my phone and this, but there we go. If you open it, the DVD is all inside. There we go. These are some films that I'm really gonna watch. I am gonna watch these titles. The Keepers. This is a film title that I don't think you could find on Oh, by the way, try and find these DVDs, films, on Amazon Prime, anything like streaming services, any streaming services. See if they have these films on there, because I bet you some of them don't. And this is The Helpers. Looks really interesting, but I will dig into that thing more later on. I shouldn't have really said it really, because I've said that. Anyway, so that's that. All right, let's go with the next one. So the next one that I picked up is a movie that is also wrapped and sealed, and this film looks really cool. I don't know why, but it's giving me like cool vibes to it. Now this is the type, by the way, everyone that's out there watching, New Horizon, Business Films, I think that's called. I don't know, but check out their titles. They're very interesting. New Horizon, they're called. This has a character that looks like something from 100 Corpses or something like that, the Rob Zombie movie. I don't know if this is a Rob Zombie movie. It's not. But this movie is called 6 Degrees of Hell. I've never heard of this one before, but this one looks interesting. Guess who it stars? Corey Feldman. That's right, Corey Feldman is in this film. So that's really cool. I wonder if you can get the glare. No, that's not doing anything. Okay, right. So that's that there, and it's all wrapped and sealed as well. Really cool. There is the back. I don't know if you can see the back, but I'm gonna show you it now without giving the glare. So there, look at that. As a character, like a clown-looking character from that 100 Corpses movie, Rob Zombie. So that's pretty cool. Oh, okay. So let's unwrap this thing. Okay, so here is the DVD. It looks like this. Can't use it for my phone, but my phone's got really terrible storage. I will try and sort that out at some point. Okay, right, so let's open this up and show you what I've got here. So this is wrapped and sealed. I think this is the only one that's wrapped and sealed. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so that was that. 6 Degrees from Hell. Looks really interesting. A movie that stars Corey Feldman and... yeah. So, I can't say anything else, but this looks interesting. And if you get a New Horizon title, some of their movies will have look like that. Artwork on this side, and the white thing here. And it's just telling you that this was distributed by New Horizon. yeah, check out their titles. They're very interesting, some of their films. They're not the best, obviously, but they're interesting. You know, they're really interesting, the titles that they bring out. And this one looks really gory. So, I can't wait to dig into this one. This is one of these gory thriller horror films. So, 6 Degrees from Hell. So, yeah, that's that. 6 Degrees from Hell. Really interesting with that. Really interested with that one. The next film that I picked up. Now, the next one I'm going to show you is really worth picking. I'm really glad I picked that one up. But, let's take a look at this one for now. Now, this film is obviously a low-budget, independent horror film. I call these independent horror films because when I see if they're any good, then I do call them independent. If they're not good, then I just call them, you know, low-budget horror films. But it's good to call them low-budget, independent horror films because you get what I mean by the titles that I'm showing you. But anyway, let's get to it. So the movie that I've got here is a movie called Screw. That's what... Screw. That's right. If you think that's weird, watch what the next one's called. Right, Screw. So, that's Screw there, and there's the front. Interesting, and here is the back. Yeah, this looks one of these really low-budget movies, but, you know, there we go. It looks interesting, and it's by Signature, so if it's by Signature, it can't be any bad. It can't be too bad. Yeah, it looks cool. It looks kind of cool. It's a film that's called Screw, and it stars... don't know, but it's really cool. Really cool stuff. Alright, so if you open it, the discs is all inside. This is a 2010 film. 2010. So that's the disc inside there. Looks really cool. I will give that a watch. Now, the next one, and I won't be taking the things outside of it, but this title is going, on DVD especially, this title is going on for like £7, £6, £8. So... I'm really proud that I picked this one up, and it's a very rare title, actually. This is a very rare version of this film. If you think... I've got a movie called Screw. Wow, if you like Screw, this is another movie. And the movie is cool. You can't beat Screw without Scar. That's why I picked Scar Up. Scar Up on DVD. Now, I've never seen this film ever, but I heard that this film was very, very... popular in 2010. Never seen this film before. It's a low budget horror movie. No, it's an independent film. It's an independent horror film. And this was directed by Jed Weinrob. Anyway, so this movie is called Scar. I've got this edition. Now, this comes with 3D glasses. This is a limited, gruesome 3D edition. I never thought I'd have this in my collection, and I do, and I'm really proud to have this in my collection. So me and my mate will watch this film, get some scares on. So yeah, that's that. So here is the movie, Scar, limited gruesome 3D edition. So there is the front. I would recommend this version. There is a Blu-ray version of this movie, but it's really hard to get because it's like £30 or something like that. But get this, no, £16, £17 I think. But it's not like English, you know, language on the front or the back. But this is the DVD version. Really proud to have this version. So this is the DVD. Really proud to have this. And here is the back. Now there's all the information you can get on the back there. And if you open this thing, wow. This is not 3D as in real 3D. The real 3D glasses 3D vibe. This one is the 3D with the red and blue. But I watched some of these red and blue 3Ds, and they're very cool. I don't mind the effect that they do for that. Tell me in the comments down below if the red or blue 3D stuff, like, are they good for you to watch? You sit and stare at, or you know, watching that, will it give you blurred vision? But I had it once. I've seen it a few times actually, the red and blue 3D. It's fine, but I'm glad that they've done a newer version that isn't red and blue. But it's cool to have anyway. I've checked the 3D and blue, and you can see it popping out into the screen anyway. But anyway, it's that 3D if you want to know what the 3D version of this is. But this is the DVD. So the DVD looks like that. Really cool, and it looks great, by the way. No problems with it whatsoever. And here is 3D glasses. It comes with 3D glasses, two 3D glasses, which I find awesome, which I will watch with my mate, you know, but 3D glasses, the 3D, the red one, the red and blues, that's really cool. See, that's really cool. You never know what you're going to get with these DVDs. One minute you get a DVD and it's like normal, but that next minute they come with these really cool fashioned 3D glasses. Never seen a 3D movie, red and blue movie in the cinema. And I don't think you can anyway. I don't believe you can. Tell me in the comments down below if you went in the cinema and seen a movie with the red and blue 3D glasses. Because I don't remember if I did. I do not remember if I did. But I do remember watching with the real 3D glasses. The one without the blue, red and blue. Okay, so that's the movie Scar. Really glad to have this in my collection. Really proud. I own it now. Really glad. Recommend this. You know, really cool. And this is that was a Universal title. Universal Pictures. So that's a high budget studio. Okay, so the next one. Okay, the next one. The reason why I picked this one up is because it stars Kellen Lewis. I think that's how you say his name. But he was in the Expendables, and I think he was in the Twilight films. I believe. I think he is. Yeah, I'm sure I think he plays a wolf in it or something. Okay, so here it is. This also stars Mark Batcher and Nikki Griffin, I think. So I don't know any of these actors except from the actor that I was just talking about. So okay, this is a Metrodome title. A Metrodome title, which is very cool, some of those titles. Right, here we go. Let's show you. The movie that I'm talking about is a movie called After Dusk They Come. There we go. After Dusk They Come. What a title. Okay, so there's After Dusk They Come. There we go. And there's the actor from Twilight and that Expendables film I was just talking about. And that's what made me pick this one up, because I've never seen him in a horror movie. So here we go. So that's that. So there is the back there. Very interesting. Really cool. So that's really interesting. And the DVD obviously looks like that. Now this ain't a Region 3 title, it says Region 2. And if it is Region 3, no, that doesn't look like it is. It's a Region 2 title. So there we go, there we have it. That is After Dusk They Come. So that's really interesting. So that's my 7th, 8th title. I kind of forgot now. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's my 9 title? 9 in it? Yeah, okay, it is 9. The next one. Right, this title. The reason why I picked this title up, because it has really cool cast in it. So this stars Ray Wise from Jeepers Creepers 2 and Leland Palmer, his character Leland Palmer, obviously in Twin Peaks. Okay, so this stars Ray Wise. Oh, and also he was in One Missed Call. Go check out if you haven't seen that horror film. That's a good one. Okay, so this also stars Lynn Shay. She has a tiny little cameo in Dumb and Dumber. She also is famous for a role in Insidious, and she's been in so many good films. She's a really good actor, and well, those two really good actors in general. So really awesome stuff. So the movie I'm talking about is a movie. This also stars Mick Caine. But okay, this movie is a Path title. I call it Path because I think that's how you call the studio. It's a movie called Dead End. Never heard of this one before, but looks really interesting. I will give this a watch. Tell me in the comments down below if you've seen these films, including this one. Tell me if it's any good. And yeah, just something that's interesting to know. So there is the back there. Really interesting, and yeah, I don't know anything about this film, but it looks really cool. Now, talking about independent horror films, I will call this independent horror films. Even though this was distributed by 20th Century Fox, this one, and this also was distributed by Path. This has trailers, a theatrical trailer, the making feature, and 2 deleted scenes. So that's pretty cool. And what I love about this studio, they put out DVDs with inside, artwork. So here is the disc. The disc looks like that. Looks really cool. And that's the inside artwork there with the scene selection as well. Really awesome. I remember when I owned Jeepers Creepers 2 a while back. Don't have it now, but I will own it soon. On Blu-ray, hopefully. But inside the case had like artwork, and I had like the scene selections with Jeepers Creepers 2, so that's something cool to remember. Okay, so that's that. There's so many titles now. I've got these titles to show you now. So, really cool stuff. I've got a few more titles. We've already shown a lot here on the channel already, but I find these interesting as well. So let's show you what I picked up with this title here. Now this one looks really interesting. Well, it does look obviously low budget, and the company that made this is a company called Film 2000. What else? Artist View Entertainment. Never heard of this film, but anyway, let's show you anyway. This movie is a totally uncut version of Live Feed. I haven't heard of this one before, but I thought I'd pick it up. Live Feed. Never heard of this one. But there is the back. Yeah, don't have much to say about this one. All I can say is it's very different from other titles that I find. Yeah, interesting. Live Feed, Film 2000, totally uncut edition. So that's that. Now, obviously, that movie's gonna be like Hostel. It's giving me vibes of it because the chair. So he has like a chainsaw or something like that. So there we go. So I will be doing another chapter. After this one, about talking to a review about independent films in general and what I feel about them and things like that. Anyway, let's carry on with our next title. So, and I'm skipping through this a bit quick. The reason why is because I don't want to make this video too long, like a 1 hour video. But I do find this interesting, reviewing them and talking about films and stuff like that. I will be doing that soon, but if I haven't done anything on the channel. And the reason why is because I'm focusing on my other company. My other one, my only one that I got on YouTube is called Pictures. Anyway, let's stick to this. Okay, right. So what have I got on here? I've got a movie that has 2 discs, and it's called. Well, it stars Jim Caviezel. Good actor. I recognise the name. But this movie is called Long Weekend. I haven't heard of this one. Long Weekend. Don't know if it's a horror movie. It's giving me a vibe of a thriller movie, kind of. Yeah. But there it is. Really cool. And it does come with 2 discs. This is a Region 2 title. And this was distributed by a lot of people. Have a look. Have a look. So there is the studio's names there. So that's that. If I didn't show it that well, it's because of my silly camera. But you get what I mean. So there it is. The disc looks great. By all these discs looks great. So there is disc 1 of The Long Weekend. And there is disc 2 of Long Weekend. Really, really interesting. Gonna watch these titles. If I don't, it's because I'm so busy doing other things. But there we go. That is The Long Weekend there. Let's check out my other title. Okay. Right. Let's take a look at the next catalogue in the collection. So, the reason why I picked this movie up is because it stars Tom Sizemore. This also looks really interesting because it has interesting cast. Never heard of them before, but I recognise Michael Parr. If I don't, then I've probably been seeing stuff or, But the reason why I also picked this movie up is because, well, this stars Danny Trejo. That's why it's in the back of this movie, and, well, you can see Danny Trejo there. So here is the front. The movie that I'm talking about is a movie called Furnace. Furnace, isn't it? Furnace? Yeah, Furnace. Furnace. Yeah, Furnace. Really cool. So there is the front there. There is the side. I never seen Danny Trejo in a horror film, so this would be really interesting. There we go. And there's Danny. No, not. Where is Danny Trejo? Danny Trejo's there. There he is. And so there's back there. Yep. There we go. No clue what this is about, but this has been put out by Revolver Entertainment, which do put out some good stuff. Melee and Swirl Films as well. So there is the disc there. Really cool. This is a 2008 film. So it looks really cool. Really interesting with that one. I'm really interested in that one. So, right, let's take a look at the next one. So this one is a movie that stars Tara Reid, and this is not a low budget company. This is a independent film company. This is a high class company called Sony Pictures. That's right, Sony Pictures put this film out. And I know some Sony Pictures films, they put out the most daftest films. And it really is cool, though. I do like Sony Pictures for doing that. I think that's very respectful and very nice. And very cool and very interesting. I do like how they do that. There are some films that they do that with, and I just find that really cool. Anyway, this is one of them. The movie that I'm talking about is a movie called Incubus. That's right, Incubus. Never heard of this one, but it looks really interesting. This stars Tara Reid and Alice O'Connell. Connell? Yeah. I think I'm saying it right. Yeah, that's that. Really cool. So there's the front. This came out in 2005. I was 1 year old when this film came out. So there we go. There is the side. Okay, and here is the back. Really interesting. Really cool. So there is that. So there's the back. And inside you get the DVD as well. Then it looks like it's... I don't know. What is that? I have no clue what that is. That's giving me... looks like a mask or something. No clue. But it looks like a mask. Or something. And it comes with a Blu-ray manual. Those really cool Blu-ray manuals that you used to get. And it's the same size as a DVD. So, the paper. So, you got all these lists of all other Sony Pictures movies. And I remember these. I do like these things. RV on Blu-ray is so hard to get. It's unbelievable. But yeah, there we go. That's really cool stuff. All those titles there. Good little manual thing to add there in the Incubus film. Okay, right. So let's go with the next one. We've got 4 titles here. So let's just pick them up and show you. Tell me in the comments, again, tell me if you've seen any of these titles, see if you recognise them. Tell me if you like them. Tell me if they're any good. They're probably not, they probably are. They do look interesting. This is another one of these 101 titles, which I will put with my 101 films now. It's a movie that stars Trevor Morgan, Bruce Davison. It's a movie called The Wrong Road. That's why I haven't heard of this one. I thought I'd pick it up because it does look, kind of interesting. I'm really, interested with these films. They do intrigue me, these kind of films. And there's a 101 DVD title there. So that's The Wrong Road. Very looks cool. So we've got like a few titles that we've done so far. We've got that one. And we've got this one here, which is a big pile. There we go. So we've done a few of those already. Right, so this is the next one. And then the next ones, we've got 2 more to go. Now this movie looks really cool because it's giving me like creatures. A lot of creature vibes in this. There's a lot of... This film's giving me vibes of a full moon kind of movie. Kind of like a... how do you explain it? Like like a monster movie. But anyway, this movie, I have no clue what the actors are in this film, but this is a film distributed by In2 Film and Metrodome. And this stars Dark Floors. Okay, this is Dark Floors. Never heard of this film before. And look at that, the creatures. I was like, what the hell? Like creatures get, and it's, what that is like opening from the sewer. It's just like totally Poundland version of what do you call it? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Where they out the sewer. Like, come on. Like, I'm joking. I'm joking. It's really cool though. It's not even a sewer though, is it? But it's got like a... Yeah, that's not even a sewer. What am I on about? Okay, so that's that there. Dark Floors. And inside, and that's the back. And again, look, special features. So if you was to get this film on streaming services, look, special features. only on DVD. Really cool. On the back. And open. And again, they did try with this because look, different artwork again. Watch. See the artwork there? It's a difference. Really cool. It shows you they do put a bit of effort onto these DVDs. The Lordy movie. Don't know why it's called the Lordy movie. The Lordy movie. It probably is a Lordy movie, but we'll give it a watch anyway. Okay, so that's that. That was my titles there. We've got 2 more titles to show you. So let's get into it, and then we'll explain my review on these films, these companies, and why I think they're a big deal to movie fans in general. And yes, what I'll be talking about is probably improvised. Let's get to it. So the movie that I got here is a movie that stars Jake. It's a Jake West's title. Don't know Jake West. This is called Evil Aliens. This is wow. This film looks very. Well, I don't know what to say about this film, but this film is distributed by Universal Pictures. Universal Pictures distributed this movie. And we also have, what else have we got? We've got Video Sonics. We also have Constant Film. Constant Film title. So there is the front. This is a Universal film. I haven't heard of this film before. Evil Aliens. So there is that. We've got the side there, the spine. And here's the back. Now here is the back. And what I'll do, I'll show you the back. So there is the back there. And as you can see, there is a few studios there. So 1, 2, and 3. Oh, and no, that's the Dolby Atmos, the Dolby, you know. So there's that there. Don't know if the camera can pick it up. Nope, it can't. So, and it does have special features. So there is the disc. Really cool stuff. Really, really interesting. And the last one, where this is based on true events apparently, but this movie stars Gillis Anderson and Nicholas Shore and Zoe Richards. This movie came out in 2009 and it was a G2, not C2. I know I made a mistake. I thought I made a mistake. Anyway, it's G2, not C2. So if I said that previously on the beginning of the video, I meant G2. Oh, it's just a movie that I'm talking about is a movie called Torment. The Torment. Now, this really is concerning because apparently this movie is based on true events, as it says down there. So this looks very intriguing, so I might give this a watch. Whatever is this like? Well, we have... Whoa, my God. So we have no clue there. Based on true events. You know, sometimes I swear they just put that on there just to draw attention. If it is based on true events, then I really want to watch this. Oh, I will watch it. It does look interesting. And it says The Torment there on DVD. And it also says Help Me inside there. I'm sure they copied that from another film, but I can't remember what now. But there is that, The Torment. So that's all the pickups that I picked up on the channel. Now, that's all my DVDs done. That's all the DVDs that I picked up horror-wise. So let's get into the review. And let's let's tell you my thoughts on films. You know, not these films, but independent companies. And what I think they've achieved. Okay, hi everyone, and today I'm going to be doing a review. Let's get into it. Right, review. Let's talk about my personal thoughts before I head into other things. My personal thoughts on companies that produce these kind of films. I think it's a good step forward for film collectors because I think it's something that film goers would go to if they feel like they haven't watched any movies or if they want to build up a horror independent film collection. Now with these films, with these companies that produce these films, I think some of them are bad. I know this, but I think some of them are good. Also, the effort that they put into these titles, the artwork on them is fantastic. You know, if you mention any of these films, like 101 Studios, or Metrodome, or, you know, the other ones, Metrodome, and so many others, it's good to collect them. And you know what? Some of these movies probably is unique titles. You probably never get them on streaming service because it's really hard to find. Now, that's my thoughts on them. Now let's go to what I think of them. Now, what okay. So these films are. Some of these won't have. Let's talk about streaming service. These films are not. Some of them will not be on streaming services, but I can understand why. Now, Amazon Prime is doing a thing called Freeview, which is films that they put their little independent films and put them on there. But some of these films, you can't get them. You just can't get them. Some of them, you have to collect them in physical because there may be, not on the streaming services. People don't want to watch them, or it's just, Amazon hasn't got the rights or something to put it on there, or something, or one or the other. Or it's the fact that they're too bad, or not too bad, but they're just not entertaining enough. Anyway, as well as that, we also will talk. Anyway, let's get to it. So, the DVDs that I've got in my hands right now is a perfect example of what I mentioned about film goers and physical collectors. I do believe that it's really important to release these in physical form, DVD form, because it's not just just the sake of collecting it. It's the fact that people might like these films and they just want to hold it in their hands. Just to put them in their shelves. And this is what they went for anyway when they released these films. If they didn't have a physical form, there's no way these films would be as good as they are. They were. If they were on streaming services, people wouldn't be watching them more, I think. So that's another reason why I think physical media is good for these independent movies. Like I said earlier, Slam Punk, Metrodome, 101 Films. There's so many. I won't include Lionsgate because they're a high-end company, they're a high-up company. We've got just these little quirky, these little companies. There's so many. I'll put pictures on them so you can see what I mean. But as a movie fan, I think that these are the big upgrade for low budget movies that wants popularity, is by putting out DVD versions of them, because people could hold them in their hands. Or anyway, I know that there's some moviegoers out there who do collect these kind of stuff. There's a few out there. Let's talk about streaming again. So let's talk about how movies aren't on streaming services. So what I also find about these streaming stuff is they don't have any special features. Now, perfect example, I've got a DVD here that is a low budget movie and it has got special features on it. You won't get special features, like I said earlier on a bunch of my other previous videos. You don't have them on streaming services. And even if the streaming services did, I don't think there wouldn't be any competition, because I believe that these films are better looking on DVD, Blu-ray and 4K. Now 4K goers as well, this is off topic completely, but I will say that the 4K transfer on the disc is more better than the streaming services, so you can tell a big difference between 4K and streaming services. These DVDs, in the other hand, is the same example, but instead the transfer for them in streaming services is the fact that it comes with special features. And it's the way they're displayed. You have artwork, which is good to have as well. Right. So, so that's it really. That's all I can think of. That's all I can say for now. But yeah, that's it really. That's all I can say for these independent movies. They're good. They have style to them when it comes to DVDs. And some independent movies have Blu-ray releases. Horror movies have Blu-ray releases. Now let's talk about horror movies and independent films itself. Some horror movies are crap, and some horror movies are good. Depends on what the viewer thinks of the movie. Now that's why they have their popularity on DVDs in the first place, because the fans watch them, and then they bring it out on DVD. And I think the best way to show these movies off, these independent movies, is these DVDs, because these DVDs, that's what's making them low budget independent horror movies go further on, because of that reason. And that's the main bullet point, that's the main reason why they bring them out in the first place. What I find really interesting when it comes to horror films, horror independent movies in general, is that you can also have creativity with it. So you can do your own thing when you're involved in it, when you're doing the actual thing when it comes to independent films, and low budget things. Same thing. You can do usual creativity and your things like that. That's what I also found interesting as well. Another reason why I think these copies on DVD are important as well is because I find these copies of these independent horror movies, if you look online, they probably will be selling for a lot of money, because these are rare independent horror films, and it's very, not popular at all. But that's the main bullet point as well. I will say that if, get them while you can, because these independent horror films will be probably going up for a lot of money for no reason at all. It's probably the main reason. The main bullet point of that reason is because rare to find or get. That's probably the main reason why I find that low budget horror films are very interesting, and even if they're good, it's the same example right there. Yeah, that's it. That's all I can say for that. That's what I can say for that little video of me discussing movies and discussing why I think that it's really good for us collectors to keep DVD physical copies of these horror films, independent movies, because the best way to show them off and the best way to presentate that movie or independent horror movie, as you say. So yeah, if you like this video, comment, share, like and subscribe. I really hope you like this video. And yeah, enjoy. Thanks for watching.